All right, here we are again, another episode of the Wing It Worldwide podcast. I'm Scott McKay.
And I'm Emily McKay.
And today, Emily, we're talking about Amritsar, India.
Yay, that's a great place.
You know, a lot of people are probably saying
Where?
WTF.
Huh?
Right? Amritsar, India is in the Punjab region of India, Punjab state, and it's the land of the Sikh religion. And in Amritsar, the city of Amritsar, is the Golden Temple of the Sikh religion, which I had never even known to exist until 7 years ago or so when we were watching a documentary.
Right.
From Michael Wood. Yeah, called The Story of India, which just really sealed the deal for us wanting to go to India, right?
Right. You realize how fascinating it is. And you'd think that all Muslims are the same and Hindus and all that. You finally realize there's a difference in all these different religions.
You know, what really, if I can get political for just a brief moment, disappoints me is when people think Sikhs are Muslims and they're all Al-Qaeda.
Right.
Just because they have a turban on, when really Muslim folks don't even wear turbans typically. It's the Sikh guys who wear those big turbans. And they're the sweetest, nicest, most pacifist people, all of them.
That's right.
Right. When you go to the Golden Temple, first of all, the place is beautiful.
It's big.
It's like a Sikh Vatican. It's so strange. At night they have like
That's a great
big
description.
screen TVs, and the place is gold, and it's like a park with water in it.
Almost like a big, giant swimming pool.
Right. And the Golden Temple is like in the middle, and it's surrounded by these buildings, these white buildings on all sides, and they feed people for free all day long there. You can just go sit down and they'll slap you some food, and people volunteer to peel potatoes and cut vegetables and wash dishes. Yeah, it's fascinating. The part you didn't like because you're a germaphobe was going barefoot.
Off my shoes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a place where you go and this building. You go in, you take off your shoes, you turn them into this kiosk.
Shoekeeper.
Right, shoekeeper. And
Right.
then you have to walk barefoot all the way this distance to get to the building.
Right. And it's like half a kilometer.
Right. And then you have to walk through this little
Through the
bath.
street. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then there's the foot bath.
Little, like a foot bath. You just walk through it. And I'm like, everybody's walked through this thing.
Right, exactly. And I think we were the last people to walk through it before they changed the water. And we looked at the guy like, really? And the guy's looking at us like, really?
I have to do this.
Yes, you have to do that. But what cracked me up is they had like green astroturf to walk on from the shoekeeper area to the
That's right.
beginning of the like the gateway to the whole complex there. And it was so weird to walk barefoot through like these city streets in India. And then they sold you a covering for your hair. You have to cover your head.
This
like,
big, bright orange thing.
it wasn't big though. It wasn't like you had a big
That's true.
Sikh turban on. I was kind of hoping I could like
It's just a
get
little
the
scarf.
Sikh turban going. Yeah.
An orange scarf.
Yeah. I still have it. It's hanging up right behind me as I speak in my little section of things I have from trips.
Not my color, no.
Bright orange. Yeah.
The second day I actually decided, okay, wait. Do I have to have this orange covering or is it we have to have a covering? The truth is, it doesn't matter what you wear as long as you have a covering.
Right.
So I took one of Sarah's baby blankets. Oh, we did take the baby.
Yes. That's
took one
another
of
thing
her
to talk about.
beautiful pink baby blankets and put it on my head.
Yeah. Just wrapped it up.
Wrapped it up,
Yep.
made it look like a perfect little scarf.
Yeah. By day and by night, this is two different places. I loved going there at 9:30 at night because they have a big ceremony at 9 o'clock, like a big ritual ceremony. And you walk in there at 9:30. And you walk in there and everybody like walks around the inside of the temple. And we were like the only Westerners there.
We were.
Yeah. Nobody else was like a tourist. Everybody was a Sikh. And yet they welcomed us. They were so sweet. Matter of fact, we had the baby with us, 4 months old. We took our 4-month-old daughter to India. She was a rock star everywhere we went. Everybody wanted to take pictures.
Felt like A-list celebrities. Oh, actually, we feel like she was the celebrity. We were just...
We were her
just there.
handlers. Yeah. We were first out the limo or something.
Right.
Yeah. But an interesting thing about India is they are really, really friendly to mothers with infants. Right to the front of the line everywhere. I mean, it's like the Red Sea party.
Right.
Even though we're not Sikhs, they're like, oh, no, we want to share this with you. And even though I couldn't have felt like I was in a more foreign place. I mean, you know you're not in Kansas anymore when you're at the Golden Temple of the Sikhs and they're having their big ceremony.
With music and all.
Oh, and the sitars and the holy guys are looking like total gurus. I mean, like stereotypical guru dudes. And it was just fascinating. But they put us to the front of the line just because you had a baby.
It felt weird because we're not used to cutting in line. And
No,
the baby's crying. They're like, go ahead, go in front. I'm like, no, that's
we
okay.
don't really
we can
want
wait.
to. And they're like,
they were getting
Really.
frustrated.
Yeah, please
like,
do.
No, like we were mistreating the child for not taking care of her and getting to the front of the line.
Yeah,
they really
sure.
sincerely wanted to take care of us.
Yeah, Golden Temple was really fascinating and very beautiful and just a great experience for anybody who wants to feel like they want to do something really exotic, because that was exotic.
No
Totally.
doubt.
But that's not all there is to Amritsar. Remember, they have a road that you drive about, 20, 30 kilometers. You get a tour, get someone to handle you for this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Get a fixer. And you go to the Pakistani border, and they have a standoff between the Indian army and the Pakistani army right there at the border every day at 5:00. And it's a big show.
Yeah, I can't miss it because it's amazing how one will do their little skit or dance where they're kicking their feet and they got feathers on their heads and
they stroke the feathers on their head and get all cocky, literally. Yeah.
And they finish, and then the next one does it. They try to outdo each other, just taking turns back and forth. This really neat choreograph between both countries.
And you can get 10 feet away from Pakistan. You can go right up to the gate.
And see it.
And see the people in Pakistan milling around and see how, they're dressed and they're all rooting for their side and everything. It's the strangest thing because these two countries really don't like each other. It's like a really strange kind of like netherworld to the DMZ in Korea where they're sitting there like spying on each other with their guns drawn and everything. Practically, not really. They have guns and it's not a demilitarized zone. It's a militarized zone. But here these guys are like dancing at each other. It's like the strangest, it's like an episode of Glee or something. It's so bizarre.
Right. Taking a lot of pride in their country and showing off.
Yeah. But Amritsar is a busy, crazy place. We got a video of the traffic heading to the hotel when we first got there.
Right.
And Sarah's sleeping through it.
I know. Yeah. And it's funny because on some streets you're playing chicken.
Oh my gosh. We got from the airport into a taxi cab. Little did we know. No seatbelts. No. Little did we know our lives were going to be in grave danger for the next 20 minutes. And the guy was driving on the opposite side of the road. And cars are coming. And, they just kind of honk at each other because I guess they have to.
That's how they talk to each other.
Playing Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
But it works. Traffic works. I guess if they didn't do that, it'd be a parking lot out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing I noticed about Amritsar was all the plastic surgery places. Remember? Like you could go there and get liposuction. And I don't know, I guess Indian doctors are cheap and people go on like medical tourism to places like Amritsar.
Wow. So if I ever want a boob job, I know where to go.
An Indian boob job. But the food was wonderful. The Punjabi food is a little different than what you'll get in Mumbai. Mumbai had great
it does
food.
have a different flair.
Yeah.
The hotel did a beautiful job. The hotel was affordable and it felt so nice.
Yes. I mean, it's interesting because you can walk around in a place like Amritsar. And let's be realistic here. Just about every decent sized city in India is amazingly stressful and just a barrage on your senses everywhere you go.
Right. Every
and this
five
is no different.
senses.
Yeah.
Touch, feel, sight, everything. You name it.
Even your sixth sense, probably.
Probably.
It's just a barrage in every direction. And yet, it's nice to be able to go back to your hotel and
go, ah.
And it's funny how the hotels are usually quiet and serene and everybody is so friendly. Like, oh, yes, sir.
Come on in and relax.
Come on and relax. Yeah. And yet when you leave the front door, boom,
it's
chaos. And it's like, not only is it one of those deals where everything is stressful in a bad way, but it's just, you see wonderful, beautiful things and crazy bad things back to back to back. And India is just, it's an experience like none other. And Amritsar is an experience like none other in India.
That's right. So going to India, don't miss Amritsar. It's something to see.
And that's crickets.
All right.
If you want to find out more about Amritsar, India, and the Punjabi province and this crazy Wagah border extravaganza between Pakistan and India.
And all the pictures that go with it.
And all the pictures that go with it. There's more at www.wingitworldwide.com/podcast where the show notes are. And you can link directly to www.wingitworldwide and go see the blog post in all of its glory. Get our 2 free reports while you're at it by signing up on the newsletter And that's all for now. Until next show, this is Scott.
And this is Emily.
Be good.
And have fun.
The Wing It Worldwide podcast is copyright X and Y Communications. All rights reserved worldwide. Remember, you can go to the show notes page at www.wingitworldwide.com/podcast. There you'll find out much more about all the destinations talked about by Scott and Emily on this show. Remember, if there's anything left out that you wanted to hear, chances are you'll find it there. It's all at www.wingitworldwide.com/podcast. This is Ed Roy Odom speaking for the Wing It Worldwide podcast. Until next time, be good and have fun.